Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing fine at home. I am your teacher Kumari Neha, and the lesson children which we are going to take today is from class 8th standard chemistry, and name of the lesson is periodic classification of elements. So students, in this class we are going to see the second part of this lesson. So in the previous session we have talked about how the periodic table was formed, right? And later on it was confirmed that Mendeleev was the person who described the skeleton of the periodic table, right? So later on in this lesson we are going to study about how the periodic trends will be happening, right? But before that we should know that the first two rows here, they are known as S block elements. That side from B, that is boron to helium, these elements are known as a P block element, and same way the center part, which are the center elements, which are 10 elements, they are known as a D block elements, and finally there is F block elements, and totally there are 118 elements present in the periodic table, right? Yes. So now let's see what are the periodic trends. So student, what happens in the periodic table is, after each point you will see that there is some kind of sameness coming, or it is a similarity which you can see over here, right? So that similarity is also known as periodicity. Why? Because it's regularly coming. So that we are going to see now. So first periodicity or first periodic trend which we are going to see is atomic radius. So here we are going to see how when two atoms are coming together or they are nearby to each other, how the distance between that particles are being confirmed. Later on is the ionic radii. Ionic radii means when an atom removes or adds an electron and it becomes a charged particle, how the radius will vary. Same way, third one is ionization energy. So ionization energy is the energy how much it's required to remove the electron from its last shell, or it's also known as valence shell. Fourth one is electron affinity. So affinity means attraction or attractive property. So here we are going to study how the electrons are getting attracted towards the other element. And the last property is electronegativity. So electronegativity is the value or a tendency to attract a pair of electrons. Pair of electron means in that there will be two electrons. Okay. Now let's see how the periodic trend varies from top to bottom and left to right. Okay. Yes. So children, this is a periodic table. So in this periodic table, the first thing which we are going to discuss is about the atomic radius. So here you can see that these are the elements, and you can see there are small balls, right? So what are these balls? These balls are the size of an atom. Okay. So here you can see that the hydrogen is the smallest atom, right? Because the number of electrons, that is the shell, there will be only one shell. Same way in that electron number will also be 1. Same way if you are comparing from this side, which is from the left side to the right side, you will see that the size of the atom are getting decreased. Here you can see that as the number of shells increases, that time the number of electrons will increase, and here the radius will also increase. So here you can see that the hydrogen will have one shell, lithium will have two shells, and later on till cesium it will come as how many shells? 2 are here, 3, 4, 5, 6 shells are here, right? So we can say that from top to bottom in a periodic table, the atomic radius increases. What happens? The atomic radius increases. You can write here top to bottom atomic radius increases. Same way you can see here that from left to right, what happens? The number, or you can see the size of the electron keeps on decreasing. Here what's decreasing? the radius is getting decreased. Why it is getting decreased? Because as the number of electron increases, the attractive property, that is to become balanced, the nucleus start attracting the electrons which are present in the last shell, and therefore it will come closer there. That is why here you can see that potassium is having a bigger shape or bigger radius as compared to the other atom, or you can call these atoms as noble gas elements. So here we can say that from left to right, left to right, atomic radius decreases due to the presence of electron crowd attraction. Okay? Yes. Now let's see the another topic. The another topic which we are going to discuss is about ionic radius. So, ionic radius means when an atom liberates or it gains an electron and it becomes a charged atom. So, children, here I will take the example of lithium. So, when I am taking the example of lithium, lithium is having 3 electrons. To become balanced or to attain the configuration of helium atom, it needs to remove 1 electron. So, when it is removing 1 electron, it will become Li plus. So, in the textbook also you can see that when we are talking about the ionic radius, the atomic radius of lithium is 152 picometer. In picometer it is calculated. Same way, if it becomes an ion, that time the radius will be 60 picometer. Same way, come to this side. Now here you can see that the fluorine is having normally the atomic radius as 136 picometer, but when the electron is being added to it, minus means their electron is being additional, when it is there the radius will become 64. So here you can see that from this side, which is from the left hand side to the right hand side, you will see that the atomic radius increases. Same way the ionic radius will also increase from left to right, and same way when you are coming down to the group, again I said that the number of shells increases from top to bottom. When it is increasing, even after removal of the last shell, then also the size of the last atom, that is Rb, which is rubidium, will be higher because already it had 5 shells. So if 1 shell is also removed, that time in this all the parts, the shells will be removed. So later on again you will see that from top to bottom again the atomic and ionic radius increases. Now let's come to the next topic in this. Here also there is one more thing, children, which you can see here. The ionic radius increases like this and it will increase like that also. Okay. So these are the ionic radius plus the atomic radius things. Now let's see what is ionization energy. So children, ionization energy means whenever you are taking an atom, in that atom the last shell will have any kind of electrons or any number of electrons. So how much energy is being required to remove that electron, that energy is known as ionization energy. Ionization energy, you can see one more thing, that ionization, there is formation of ion. So what happens here is the amount of energy required to remove electron. Electron from where, children? Electron from valence shell. So here you can see that when you are talking about the ionization energy, you will see that as the size of the atom is more, then attraction from the nucleus will decrease. So here the size of the cesium is bigger and the last shell will have only 1 electron. So for removing that, the bond between the nucleus and the last shell is weak. So the amount of energy which is required will be lesser. Same way if you are taking the lithium. In lithium, the number of shell is only 2. So here you can see that the attraction between the last electron and the nucleus will be little higher than the cesium. That is why the energy required will be little bit higher. So you can say that the ionization energy increases from bottom to up. Same way ionization energy also increases from left to right. So here you can see one more thing, that as the number of electron cloud increases, that time the attraction will be higher, because here the radius gets decreased and removal will be little bit difficult. That is why the amount of energy required will be higher, right? Yes. Now let's see the another topic. So this topic name is electron affinity. What it is? Electron affinity. So children, electron affinity comes from the name affection. That means that last electron, how much affection it is having with the nucleus, according to that only it will liberate energy or it will absorb the energy. So you can see that the electron affinity will be higher for the last atom, because here in the last period there is noble gas element, and in the noble gas element the last shell is fully filled. So the affinity will be higher. Same way, if there is only one atom or one element, that is one electron is present here, the removal will be easier. For example, if you have 10 chocolates or 10 friends, you don't want to give them to everyone, right? But same way, if you had only one friend and then again you want to share that friend, it will be a little bit difficult. But here we are talking about the giving process. One is there, right? You can give that, right? Yes. So here we can say that the removal or the electron affinity increases from down to top. Same way it will increase from left to right. Yes. Now let's see here the color combination. So children, here there is a bar. So here you can see that the blue part will donate the low electron affinity and the red part will show the high electronegativity. So here you can see that this shell are having very low electron affinity, and same way if you are comparing with the fluorine group or halogen group, you will see that the electron affinity will be very high, because it needs one electron to become noble gas, right? Yes. Now let's see the last topic, which is electron affinity or electronegativity. So here electronegativity means the tendency to attract a pair of electron. A pair of electron means 2 electrons will be attracted. So here you can see that according to the scale, the green will have low electron affinity or electron negativity, because here the removal of electron will not be so fast or attraction will not be so fast. But same way if you are seeing fluorine, fluorine is showing red in color, that means electron negativity for fluorine is very high. That means the value of electron negativity is 4. Same way if you are comparing down the group, the halogen groups are having high electron negativity. Okay? Yes. So same way, now let's do the recap of this lesson, children. In this lesson we have seen that ionization energy increases from left to right, and it also increases from down to top. Same way atomic radius increases from right to left, and it decreases also from top to bottom. And the metallic character is also shown here. Metallic character shows that all the electrons or all the atoms which are present here, the elements are more metallic than the elements which are present at this side of the table. Then electron affinity, here electron affinity also increases with the ionization energy, and ionization energy is also showing the electronegativity value. Okay? So that's not a difference. So students, Here I think so you have understood what are all things we have discussed. So go through the textbook. In the description box we have attached all the study material, question bank and self-assessment. Once you are completed, you can just go through it. You will get to know how much you have understood the lesson. I hope we meet next time again with a new class and entertaining class. Till then, bye bye.